I'm going to demonstrate it with this device here. This is just a functional model. This is what we're going to scan the actual ear with, but we're going to reduce the size of this down to this for production. So I want to just tell you a little bit about it using this. And the way it works, it's just like a video otoscope, except that it shines a laser. And so the laser, as it hits the ear, changes shape. Video otoscope records that and turns it into a 3D file. So the way you use it is you touch the probe tip to the aperture, and that marks the 0 line for where the aperture is. And as you move in, it'll tell you how far you're in the canal in real time. So you have a video otoscope feed on the left. I'll put this on the big screen. And then on the right, 3D scan. And then we have what we call a depth gauge on the bottom, and I'll go over that. So there's actually two lasers. There's a ring laser for the canal, and then for the concha, there's a line, kind of like a barcode scan. So we'll do a live demonstration. I'm going to put on this headset, and the way that works is there's two cameras that monitor the targets on this pattern here, and that keeps track of where the probe tip is at all times. So if the patient moves, it'll compensate for that. If your hand is shaken that day, it'll compensate for that. It doesn't matter. It'll put all the cross sections together. Okay, so Rich, you want to take my scan? So the three buttons on the bottom, the middle button is always the trigger. So you can select the defaults just by clicking the trigger, closed ear, right ear. On the left is the video otoscope, and then on the right it shows the depth gauge, and up above it is the 3D scan. So we're going to scan the canal first. You can see the cross sections showing up in blue. Then in red is the active cross section, so the current cross section. And so those are 3D points in space. Each point has like an XYZ location to it. And we're only showing about 10% of the actual points collected. There's way more data than we actually need. And the software will tell you when it feels it's got enough data. You as an operator can always go back and add more if you feel a certain feature or something. But the software will tell you. See, it says scan complete. So now he's going to move on to the concha area. So he's scanning looks like the concha bowl. And for the concha, we use a line scanner. Now he's working on the helix lock. So depending on the hearing aid type, you can scan whatever features you need to. So say if you have a helix lock, you can scan up into that tight little area in the helix lock. So looks like there's an area on the concha bowl. Okay, now he's going in and scanning. Looks like he's kind of down into the bottom of the concha bowl, into the tragus notch and the tragus and antitragus. You can just go in and add data. If you feel you want to go back and add